our father's instructions exactly, you'll be hearing from our attorney, who used to work for Disney.
Hey, look at me. No, you're not. I've seen her believe.
It's what our father wanted. No, it's what you want. Because you've never liked